What else have we seen them been playing?
Alpha Ninja.
I mean, Alpha Ninja, he is the expert on SF, so he'll know what's good against SF mid. Kunkka, that is certainly one. So, with the drafts done, I liked Alliance's start, and I understand what they're trying to go for, but Gambit's is, in my opinion, just looking a whole lot better.
Well, and the thing here we have to realize for Alliance is they haven't really seen too much of these heroes from Gambit. It's not like, oh, well, we know how they play this. This is, according to my numbers, very unique heroes for them to be playing all together at once. So, yeah. You like them?
For Gambit, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. It might not be something they've done before, but these heroes, they just make sense. These are heroes that a lot of teams are playing. They've got good combo and synergy. Alliance, they're trying to do the Alliance thing with this SF, the LC, the offlane LC to finish things off. But I just don't think it's enough. I don't think they've capitalized enough on that big, beautiful balls of light that Insania is going to be throwing out as the keeper of the light.
Well, I agree with you, and I agree that Gambit has probably the better draft. However, last time I went against Insania's keeper of the light.
True. I mean, he has carried games with his
has.
You said if they get one of these heroes that they were definitely...
I did say, yeah, if he gets a call, I'd say they win.
But you changed your mind.
Gambit's lineup makes so much sense.
I say that I will give Alliance one shot.
This game.
It's a risk.
If they mess it up, though, because I do think Gambit is looking really strong with their draft. And I think that they are looking more well put together, because I do agree with the points that Owen's making. But
we talked about stars, though. We talked about people who can step up and win a game.
Keeper of the Light Insania, for me, is the go point.
All right.
I've got to go with Gambit. I think they've got good answers. I know Insania is a boss on the Keeper of the Light, but I'm not a fan of the way that Alliance ended up their draft. And yeah, I think Gambit, they've got stuns. They've got Kunkka. If they get caught in the light, Kunkka's just going to bring a boat down, and it doesn't matter if they're in the light. They're going to have the rum. Yeah, I think Gambit's draft is better, and they should be able to beat Alliance.
Well, let's see what Loot.bet says. Okay. Obviously, you can go to their website. You can go to WePlay.tv and register your account. If you use the promo code Valentine, you're going to get a bonus. And they say that Gambit is the favorite here. So you put $1 on Gambit, you make $1.66. $1 on Alliance makes you $2.05. So we're going to take it over to our casters, see what they think about our final match of the day.
All right, so Gambit, the favorite team, I would say somewhat heavily favored, a little bit surprising almost against Alliance right here. But Alliance, you know, they are coming off bit of struggles into this event specifically. They've looked okay, though, in this event. Here they are in the lower bracket, though, against Gambit. What do you think about those odds, though?
I think it's a coin toss, to be honest, especially this game. It'll really depend on who shows up to play. Gambit, I think, underperformed against Pango. They did win, but I expected more from them. Alliance, they were... it's just hard to get a read on, to be honest. I don't know which Alliance is showing up today. So if yeah, that's all I can really say. I love the LC last pick. I think whenever you have a Shadow Fiend, it just helps so much to have that cleanse and the attack speed steroid. Like, you actually turn SF into a hyper carry, and then the Ember Darkseer, which is great synergy. We've seen that used so countless times. And Darkseer Coddle, like, they've proven that the support duo of Alliance is often all you need to... Wow, was that bow for us? That was
that was pretty
timing.
good. That was actually really good time. Well, see, now he's doing it again.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, so back to Alliance, though, again, we were just talking about this very topic last night, in fact, at the final series. The thing with Alliance, they didn't really get that unique Quakefa hero, right? I mean, it's a Shadow Fiend, it's good with it, but it's not the Lone Druid, it's not the Brood.
It doesn't buy Midas Radiance.
That's
buy Midas, the problem.
Exactly. So,
and more importantly, Gambit is on Radiant, which is an advantage, a pretty big one.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Well, I touched on it in the last cast, but Radiant has an easier time doing Roche. Radiant can pull their safe lane much easier than Dire can. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the big one. I also think that controlling Dire jungle by killing the top tier 1, it gives you more camps because of where the shrine's positioned. So the Dire shrine in the top jungle protects, like, there are 2 camps to the right of it, one just to the left, one below, right? You look at the Radiant shrine, there's like 4 camps to the left of it, like pretty significantly left. Thus, I feel like controlling that side of the map, not just for Roche, but also just in the amount of farm it secures, benefits Radiant more than the Dire.
Interesting. All right. Well, good stuff there. It is going to be the Kunkka versus the Shadow Fiend mid, though. They did final pick that Kunkka, and it sounded like the panel was very happy to see that, at least for the side of Gambit. Makes a lot of sense, so expecting success there at Afanine. As top lane Mickey, he's taking some good harassment. He'll be fine, but gonna have to pop some early regen. Yeah, this Nyx Assassin once again we're seeing. It's a good Nyx game though, you feel?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you're playing against Darkseer, like I played, that's my still I think most played hero in Dota pro matches, and Nyx is just shuts you down. I'm surprised that they're not laning it against the Darkseer, but it's a weird scenario. This is that?
Well, trolling at the top. I mean, Insania might just go down here.
This? Why?
He'll be fine.
Okay, so this is really cool.
CK.
So you've got Darkseer and Legion Commander bottom, right? And I like this decision because Taiga can't play against Nyx. Like it's just not something you ever want to do. If he skills mana burn, you find Dota unplayable. Actually gonna go in again. I think he's dead this time for sure.
So we've said that in the first couple of times. This time though, the Sleight of Fist is not saving him. The spin on top, and then Chris, that's that classic combo. Lich Juggernaut, you throw in the Nyx Assassin. Really no chance from the beginning there.
Yeah. So Taiga's actually just jungling. It looks like he's gonna stack and pull in the jungle, and I think that this is a cool concept, and I don't mind it because like you just don't do anything top.
Yeah.
You really don't. So why not just, Ember will die, sure, but the Coddle Ember, like you'll blast the wave, you'll at least get experience, and hopefully you can get things done, but it could be a concern because the hero that will actually play with this Ion Shell is the Mickey Ember Spirit. He's the guy that's going to be looking to make space and rotate, and his game is already off to a poor start.
Yeah, gonna need that recovery early on from this poor start. As the mid lane, you have 14-3 Kunkka right now versus a 6-0 Shadow Fiend. So again, going into this, figured Kunkka would have a pretty good time, but Quakefa, he is struggling and going to take a torrent here. He'll be fine as far as surviving, but not so fine when it comes to last hitting.
I don't know if what the common wisdom is on this matchup, but I would prefer, I think, a nuke first Shadow Fiend build against Kunkka.
So just go raises
here?
Yeah,
you just go raises, you push the lane a bit, just so you don't get crushed so hard on these initial couple waves.
Foxy,
nice body block.
Yeah, he'll be good. The body block from Insania help him, but now might get him killed? No, he'll be good too. Has to barely make it back, has a couple of tangos to rely on, but yeah, this is that swap we're already seeing now. LC coming top, Juggernaut, or excuse me, Ember Spirit to the bottom lane.
This is really, really insightful from Alliance because they need Ember to be in the game. So sure, bottom is a bit rough for you, but you can get Ion Shelled, Darkseer can pull the wave, like you're gonna be fine, and LC is a lane counter to Juggernaut. And Insania, get legs, no, Insania!
Don't go for the tree! You wanted the tango, not gonna work.
The cleave, here it comes!
He'll be good. Up in the fairy fire. Does survive, but felt like it was just a matter of time for Insania as well. They've gone at him 3 or 4 different times now, and eventually they get the kill.
And just to clarify, I do think this laning phase is still going to heavily favor Gambit, but it's Alliance making the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. Foxy, he's trying to make the best of that, but we'll never find out. Well, okay, now back to it. Lich, he'll be fine, and LC ends up going down as a result, so looks like he dove the tower a bit too much. Juggernaut, Dahaku doing a fantastic job of spinning on top of him, getting the response.
Yep.
Yeah, this laning phase is a bit rough right now for Alliance. Trying to get something at the bottom, but I don't think CK is feeling too pressured.
Yeah, I mean, 2K lead already. It's this mid matchup, man. Like, how many times in pubs, pro matches, that last pick mid hero that counters the enemy win condition in some ways. Say, Kunkka crushes SF much like he did Gyrocopter. Pre-BKB, you just X him and kill him.
Yeah.
And the damage reduction later on kind of nullifies how SF likes to play engagements.
Great against Ember, great against Darkseer. Yeah,
and it's also a dominant mid matchup.
Yeah.
It's like the dream, this 22 pick. When it's saved for the mid, especially when it's a hero like Kunkka, there isn't a damn thing you can do about it. We saw how effective that Viper last pick was in the previous series.
I was actually talking with Rob about that while watching that very series. He mentioned we've seen a couple of those in this tournament. I mean, it's bound to happen, right? But almost more than you would expect and hope for, because it's just something you have to really there was a Timbersaw game I remember earlier in the tournament that was like, guys, they're going to pick Timbersaw. They picked it, and it was just unstoppable in the matchup. So
I think it's why we're going to see at the major, the minor, more heroes early picked that are multi-lane, multi-role. Specifically ones that can go mid if necessary.
Like a tiny.
What I'll call like lane trader. Exactly. Perfect example of a lane trader. You can't actually beat a tiny. So worst case scenario, you just throw him there. Heroes like Troll, I think, will receive more prominence for the same reasons, because Troll's actually a pretty decent laner when he just stays range for him. Pretty good against Kunkka as an example. Because you can't pick these weak like Shadow Fiends anymore. Heroes that require a one lane but can't do it themselves just don't feel good.
Part of you almost wonders if they picked it almost like as a takeaway, because again, Gambit's known for running Shadow Fiend, and Alliance doesn't scream Shadow Fiend to me. Boxy, he's screaming as he runs that immersion, and with that press the attack, regen slightly, he'll be good. But
Boxy, the thing about this lane as well, Coddle LC, like it just makes more sense to have Darkseer with the Ember bottom, and Coddle LC, you just spam give mana, and you spam the Q, and worst case scenario, you're going to end up trading. Bottom, oh, that's going to land.
Yeah, just on the outskirts, Frost Blast. Koikfa, though, he's still alive quite a bit. Here comes the ship, though. Going to go for the turn kill on FNG. Ain't going to happen. The ship connects. And FNG fine for now, and that TP, well, that one's canceled, but Ember Spirit runs at him. At least gets credit for a return kill.
And you take those. Insania up top, though, he's going to get dove. He'll go down. That's a bit of a miscue from him because the LC had to run back to base, so Insania is all alone. The team knows that, and they do a great job. Well played by Alpha Ninja. Even the little things, you know, Torrents to give vision just in case the Shadow Fiend's TP'd in, make sure there's no deny possibility. He is crushing it. He had 40 CS at like 5 minutes 30. 12 denies, a tower kill. He just grabbed an Invis rune break. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Alliance run. Run now, bottom lane.
Look at that. You see that circle? He's like, boys, anybody shows up there, you know, let me know, but...
They're food.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's chilling there for now. He's waiting to make the call. Bottom lane, there's action, though, Taiga. Able to search away, Illuminate coming through. FNG getting low, but the pull in on a Mickey.
Oh, my
With
God.
the reality of that damage, the Chaos Strike's connecting, but it is not enough. And the bottle charger's kicking in to stay alive.
That is so not fair, man. Like, you heal way too much on this crit.
Chaos Strike, yeah.
You don't need to heal almost. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the changes to CK, again, it was one of those after 7.20 and then 7.21 came in with some more tweaks there, and people are finally realizing, this hero's pretty good all of a sudden.
You could cut that heal in half, and I'm pretty sure it's still just as valuable.
It very
like,
likely may get toned down, Kyle. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. We go from like tons of patches with little tweaks to huge patches with not much in between. I'll hold out hope for it, Breaky, but I'm not sure.
Not before the major. Well, maybe before the major. Not before ESL next week, though.
What do you think is better? Like, oh, hang on.
Afterlife. He's going to pop Phantasm. Goes back in Mickey. Nice job with the Sleight of Fist, but he takes a Chaos Bolt to the face. That Frost Shield helping to keep Afterlife alive. Immersion throws out the stun, but it missed. Everyone hit the creep play. Mickey's still running, but the turn with a Chaos Strike. The Reality Rift gets the kill. Taiga running after him. Not going to be enough, though, and now Taiga also has to retreat. Yeah, there's yet another example of the turn potential. Boxy, he's in trouble, dealing with Alpha 9 just while to Hawk. Both cores in his face, and only so much he can do, which basically is nothing.
So I'll ask you a question, Breaky. Which would you prefer? You have to patch, but look at our schedule. It's either A, you patch after the qualifiers, so the teams that qualified are now playing on a new patch at the major, which is like 3-4 weeks away, or you patch just after the major, and every team in Dota's got to go play qualifiers on a brand new patch. 2-3 days old for certain regions. What do you do?
It sounds pretty tough. I mean, I would say post-major, though, just because, I mean, it's true. The idea of qualifying, it feels odd if you qualify on one patch and then play the actual tournament on another patch. So, but I could see arguments for both.
I think you can tweak after qualifier. I feel like the qualifier meta, but now you're right, because then, I don't know, man.
It's like, did they really deserve it? Yeah, you know, well, to Mickey, he's in trouble down here at the bottom lane. Illuminate coming through. Blinding Light pushback, so yeah, Sleight of Fist helping as well. He gets a Surge, and he'll be good, but really...
Man, Alliance has really played a great game under the circumstances, because they got bodied in all 3 lanes, and they're doing what they can, but Gambit's lineup's just better.
And yeah. You're keeping hope alive, and I can appreciate that and everything. 5,000 net worth lead, though, at 9.5 minutes is pretty brutal. Pretty one-sided
did I mention they won all 3 lanes? It's tough.
They dominated all 3 lanes, even. It's this is just not something you expect in a matchup like this. Again, Gambit versus Alliance, these are 2 quality teams. Similar stories in that they've had their very shining moments this season, have then had their struggling moments. Lately, it seems like Alliance is a little bit more in that struggle, but you would hope they can work themselves out of it throughout this tournament. It's been okay so far, but yeah, this game 1 at least is favoring Gambit heavily. Mix of a draft and just control here in the early game.
It's so tough because the only way you really win this game, or win an engagement, is if Mickey gets Ion Shelled and just like goes off as Gambit get caught off guard in some major team fight. But he really doesn't want to go for the CK, as we've seen. That's a tanky beast in this bottom lane. And Kunkka's huge, so he's not really a target. Jug has magic immunity. You kind of have to kill the supports and like hope a core just sort of wanders in like, hey, let me help out. Oh, no. he gets killed too.
Just like that, yeah.
Yeah, but getting 3 for none this stage of the game is a bit tough. And again, that 22-pick mid player, like, if you dominate the matchup this hard, he's 2K net worth ahead of his opponent. It's not even 11 minutes into the game. What's a Shadow Fiend supposed to do? Like, he's just recovering in the jungle, taking what he can. And Afo Ninja, he's going to rotate towards top. This is a sure kill. Great smoke.
There it is. The X, the Torrent, sitting on top of the Juggernaut. Pull back in. Perfect timing right there. The Torrent connects as well as the ship. Boxy's got the press the attack. Unfortunately, Sinister's Gaze pulling him back, and he's still regenerating though. Immersion opens. Coming out of Vendetta as FNG actually with the Frost Blast finish the job. The Omni Slash hitting Shadow Fiend on the side. Mick, they turn his attention to him. The Spiked Carapace. Again, Nyx Assassin proving to be a great pick. Several reasons shown right there. And Ember Spirit 2 falls, and the chase continues. Insania, well, he'll be good, at least for now, but this, the Aphonine Kunkka, the start that he's had, it's allowing him to just make free movement, it feels like, and gets a couple of kills there.
I really like what Immersion's done as well. He maxed out his Carapace. The cooldown scales super well from 25 to 20, 15, 10.
Okay.
And there's so many heroes that can't stop dealing damage. Flame Guard, Ion Shell, the Coddle Blast, even SF nukes are ultimate. Like, these are 4 heroes you're going to be able to auto stun, and it's just so sick.
Oh no, is this going to work?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
It is going to work. Oof. Finally something going the Alliance way, the dual victory for LC. Yeah.
And Taiga's playing a good match, even under the circumstances. He'll be follow-up core, and look at this motion again.
Maybe Boxy went a little bit too far, though, although the follow-up damage not really there. So just jumps in the air, he'll be fine.
There you go.
There's that Spiked Carapace we're talking about, the Iron Shell, the Flame Guard and everything else, but they've still enough damage. Press the attack comes out immediately, and they get the turn kill. So yeah, Alliance, they're slowing it down. They're getting a couple kills themselves, and this should transition into a tower. I mean, all 5 heroes are here, you'd figure it would. I guess Mickey ports out.
Yeah, it's well done by Gambit, however, or well done by Alliance.
Yeah.
Really, like they kind of have to play this way because they're in a position where they will get picked off if they try and split push, and it's going to be probably a kill on Boxy here.
We've seen this a couple of times now. It takes a little bit to take him out and press the attack, but once again, he is going to be hit by the X, though, and Aphonine, as soon as that hit connects, no chance for survival. You saw the loot.bet odds, by the way, pop up on your screen. If you head over to loot.bet, register your account, type in the code Valentine, get that bonus, as well as place your bets if you like said odds. Yasha finished on Juggernaut, of course, well on his way to a Manta style.
You know what? I'm well on my way to dinner because Rob just walked in making faces like, oh, yeah, that was good.
I just got my Snickers.
Oh, my. Well, I hate when the food gets here right as the game starts. God damn it, Gambit, you better not
Let's
throw.
go, Gambit.
Yeah. Or, I mean, Alliance. Yeah, Alliance. Bring it back, boys. I want to see a nice, long, drawn-out match with a ton of quality Dota.
It's, it's possible. Ember Spirit, of course, potentially can be that. It goes back to what an Alliance is looking for. It's, again, buying space and room for him somehow.
I love the concept that Gambit's running with. They finally didn't, well, Pango's actually the one that overlapped drums, but they all get that build-up item. You got a drums, an armlet, and a Yasha, and now they're going to go back for those scaling items. It's a really nice choice. I think a lot of teams make the mistake of either like going straight for the acceleration items like Midas or Battle Fury, specifically Battle Fury, and other teams just all in on their, like, they'll go like, Vlad's Blink, and they won't have any ability to actually farm the map faster, but they're keeping their lead with their initial item purchases, and then they're spending it effectively on investment for the future to ensure they don't fall off late game. And you look at the Gambit lineup, they will be just fine scaling so long as they don't get Insaniated.
Don't get insane. What, is Coddle play?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good Coddle game yesterday.
He had a great Coddle game. He single-handedly won that game.
Mickey? Okay, Sleight of Fist. Nice. He'll be able to dodge the Torrent. Remnants away, and jets on out of there. So, well played by Mickey. At least escaping that gameplay.
But Gambit's doing a good job. They're always playing split, so as long as they're maintaining presence in 2 lanes, hunting for kills, but in the meantime, Jug, he's just shoving top. He'll take that tower for free in the next 45 seconds if they can force some sort of skirmish here. Great vision from Gambit.
Yeah.
Immersion in the back line.
He has this information. FNG throws out the Chain Frost. Doesn't really bounce much, though. Boxy, he gets a dual victory off the bat. Here comes Coddle, puts down the Disco Ball. Afterlife forced to be pulled back in. Juggernaut's trying to deal with it. They do kill it pretty quickly, but now Chaos not having to run Requiem from a distance. Radiant team in trying to get away here. The Spiked Carapace, though, gets the stun on a Mickey. Here come the Shackles, however, and the Rays. takes him
God,
out.
he's still in.
Forward. Of course, Mickey is still in. He wants more out of this, but Chaos now with the try and pop. Probably don't want to go too far there.
Yeah, you can see the downside of the CK. You can't really use Phantasm properly in this sort of game. The Darkseer, the LCQ just does bonus damage to illusions.
Yeah.
All your Phantasm's dead. Darkseer Ember, that was a sick turnaround. And I actually disagree with Jug even coming to that fight. I think you just keep pushing top. They've got no BKB TP if that duel goes off on your Lich. Just keep going. And if you're Gambit, like, just use that stun combo, find one. But this game gets harder and harder if you allow Alliance a foothold into the mid game. But, I mean, I say this, but really, I can't gloss over the Insania Coddle ult that just shut that shit down.
Yeah, the Will-O-Wisp. Again, it caught CK initially, and then Juggernaut, as he's running over, to forced him to deal with it, if anything. So by the time he was useful in the fight, it was obviously too late. And he is switching up his mind, by the way. He's going to go the Maelstrom direction instead. The Yasha, so not looking for the full Manta this game.
That's interesting. It's all right. I like Maelstrom or Battle Fury here before Rush Manta. Although Manta Diffusal wouldn't be bad in a game like this.
Yeah. Manta does actually feel pretty good for purging several abilities, I was thinking,
It's also because the Blinding Light specifically, so you don't have to spin it. But it's also because if you purge Ember and he doesn't have a Remnant up, he's pretty much dead. Because he has such low move speed when he tries to get out of there. And then you burn his mana, and you can already see 579 mana, a few hits. Can't cast a damn spell.
Well, Nyx Assassin, he got found there, so another kill for Alliance. And what was about a 6K net worth lead is now down to 4K. Hannah Midas just purchased by Chaos Knight, so it'll help Excel once again. But
he was so close to that in the laning phase. Like 9 minutes in, I felt like he could have maybe finished one up, but had a couple of deaths. Not much luck with the Phantasm.
But Maelstrom is finished on Juggernaut. It's going to be delivered out at least. And he'll enhance his farm that much more. CK is just going to be pushing the top lane by himself. They are rotating over there on the side of Alliance, but...
You can see he used 5 drum charges in the time it took him to finish Midas.
Yeah. Took a bit longer than he hoped for. Goes back to that previous fight that took place.
It feels...
That's big.
If you... Oh, nice job, Immersion.
Sandia's a little pissed off
He's
about
just
that
running away like, okay, don't hurt me.
Gonna try to block him now. This is what happens when you kill my courier asshole. Immersion turns with the stun. Taiga goes down elsewhere. I'm guessing an Omni Slash. Not even an Omni Slash, but yeah, he's yelling right now, hoping that they come in, and they will. Mickey gets caught with the Chaos Bolt. Out comes the Will-O-Wisp up, but the Reality Rift pull in. Mickey able to Remnant, though, because of that Will-O-Wisp. And he'll survive for now, but they're still in pursuit. That Reality Rift range, I feel like it gets longer and longer every time I watch this freaking hero. They get the kill as a result, and they want more. LC, Boxy gets caught, blinding light pushback. Again, Insania doing what he can to keep his teammates alive, and it will keep the LC alive at least. But a 2-for-1 big picture.
They're strong in team fights, Alliance is, but when they've already lost the Darkseer and they have to blow Coddle ult to try and peel, there's nothing they can do anymore to try and stop the onslaught from this Gambit lineup. They just have so much chasing potential. Well done by Immersion. He kills the courier and baits himself. I was like, there's no way he dies here, right? His team is, he's giving him so much time. Like it's like one of those moments, guys, hello?
Eventually they'll get here.
Yeah. It's like the horror movie where you turn around and you're like, oh no.
Where did they go?
Where's everybody?
Guardian Greaves finished on Shadow Fiend, so we are going to see that build. It's Quakebutt taking a page out of Alpha Ninja's book.
It's a repeat of last game. It's going to be about the BKB timings from Gambit, and do they win the game underneath them?
LC gets stunned up, was not ready for this. The vacuum wall combo, and here comes the ship. Boxy, though, press the attack. He'll be good, got nice support.
Yeah. Even 6K ahead. They don't have the CK, of course, Phantasm down as well, but Alliance is powerful if they try and push you as 5 as they are now. Oh, nice duel.
Yeah, Greaves helping. Yeah, duel in the backlines. They catch up Ninja. It'd be nice to kill him. The follow-up damage a little bit lacking initially, but they finally get it with a couple of raises. He's going to be staying there for 45 seconds. Requiem goes off in the trees, and Juggernaut has to respect that. He just simply spins away. Blinding Light pushback. They catch FNG. That's 2 dead, and probably going to be a tower kill on top of this. So it goes back to Alliances doing what they need to despite this deficit.
Yep, perfect. Really, just perfect. Gambit, you can't do this. Jug should be bottom. CK's top. He's doing his job. He's split pushing, no Phantasm. But why are you looking to take this engagement? We have seen, like, the amount of reach and tempo Alliance can play with if they smell blood in the water. Like, you are screwed. A Surged Ember remnanting forwards has just monumental ability to just catch your ass and find the setup for his team. Be careful here, though. If he pops Flame Guard, Immersion could potentially find him.
Yeah, trying to set up the stun, but the Remnant away, and that Chaos Bolt. Infinite travel time. Boom.
A cool play by Mickey, though. He's diving like that after Remnanting solely to try and get vision and control the runes. They just got 4 bounty runes,
Oh,
Breaky.
wow.
4.
That's a 2K net worth lead now. Yeah, that really is going down. Immersion's also caught. The Will-O-Wisp brings back in a raise connect. Immersion's down. Nyx Assassin, they're doing a good job with these sentries, by the way. That's also something that Alliance has been on top of.
Note that there is a lot of choke point sentry wards. It's all about tracking the Nyx's movements. You don't you can have some for the fights, don't get me wrong, but you want to ensure that if you're going to place sentries randomly, that they're on choke points around your own wards if possible, because that's actually that's how you find him. And if you know where Nyx is on the map, you can read the movements of Gambit, or what they will be, because you always want to play around that vision, and you can bait it, you can do a lot of cool things. And Gambit, you're in trouble a bit. You've got BKBs coming up soon, but all of a sudden, no one on Alliance is really behind, and it's 4 cores to 3.
Shadow Fiend, he's going to be caught right here.
Oh,
the Killer again with some words on it, the item for Insania, but Shadow Fiend gets pulled in, Reality Rift. No one's here to support, and that will be an easy kill on QuakePhub.
Yep.
That time a good setup from Gambit.
That's how they've got to keep trying to find fights and kills. You get the one, go for the next, but as far as team fights go, they are outmatched, and it's difficult for them to find kills in large engagements unless they have the effect of those BKBs. And they're going to walk into the Roche pit. I think that's the right decision. Or
nope.
No?
On top.
Man, you gotta do Roche, man, because you just got a BKB. You need the second, you need the third. You need to accelerate the pace of this game, because Alliance, we have seen how confident they are with this Darkseer Coddle strat.
Mickey, they're confident in killing Mickey, though. Top lane, it ain't easy, and that's exactly why. Unless you have the immediate follow-up, he will be able to get away. He just finished his Maelstrom, and this is a game where I was thinking we're maybe going to see a Yules on Ember Spirit, because he'll need to be able to save himself, but not needed there.
He's got talent. Too much talent.
Apparently, and stays alive. So going back to the Roshan idea, they don't have the quickest killing Roshan team, so maybe that's part of it. I guess with CK might not be
healing ward, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can sustain through it. I understand the hesitancy, but my concern is, I don't know if you beat Alliance in late game, and not even just necessarily because of their draft. I would favor certain teams with Gambit's lineup over Alliance, but they've proven to me they know how to play this Darkseer Coddle support combo the later this game goes, and it's Mickey Ember as well. You have a cleanse. Gambit is all about this stun lock chain into an immediate kill. If they try that on Ember and he gets cleansed, he'll slide Remnant out. If you try that on SF, he'll probably pop BKB immediately.
Yeah.
There's the counter initiation of a duel. You drop the Coddle ult. Like, it just feels like Alliance have all the tools to ensure they never lose team fights. This guy on LC is just going to blade mail duel any target he wants, preferably the Juggernaut, all game. And how do you save him? What do you do to
They don't really have the best save. That is true. Yeah, the duels are good for that. And I believe Rudy has plus 30 damage now, if I'm not mistaken, 3 victories. So he is starting to add up that technically infinite scaling. But Kyle, there were 2 BKBs just picked up, both Kunkka and CK.
Yep.
Getting their BKBs, you got to figure that's going to be impactful here.
Indeed, and this is their window. And it's exactly a repeat of the series we saw Alliance play yesterday against NaVi, where you have this time with BKBs where you have the window to ensure you'll win this engagement. But
ooh, Coddle, blinding light. I guess the sentry. You know, he probably saw him with the sentry down there and kind of guessed. Happened to be right, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, look at his positioning.
On the edge. How's he going to go? Boxy goes in, finds a duel, up on a ledge, going to go for the quick kill. Here comes a Will-O-Wisp as well, but BKB, of course, preventing that. They kill the Will-O-Wisp quickly. No, it's not dead just yet. They finally take it out. The wall trying to protect them. Boxy, though, is going to be spun on. He already got the picture. He's jetting on out of there, gets pulled back in with the X, though, and he'll go down himself, Mickey. Keeping his distance. Taiga ain't easy to do for him. Reality Rift full, and the X going to bring it back as well. Surge, you can only go so far when you're stunned so damn much. 2 for 1 so far, favoring Gambit. All right. I got the dual victory.
You take this. Koiva to keep it out before that fight even concluded, because he's like, oh, BKB's not my problem.
Oh, yeah, he's on your bottom lane.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's going down. And honestly, Boxy would have possibly lived, but unlucky bounces on the ultimate. It went to the illusion once and then just ended up finishing off that LC. And they might look to walk into the pit, but you got to be cautious, because Alliance knows with no BKBs, no ultimates, you could potentially look to turn this around. But a huge gold swing there. That's crazy. Was that bounty? No, bounty runes are spawning in a moment. It's wild.
From earlier, remember they did get those 4 bounty runes, but
yeah, I think the mistake there was you don't want to duel the Lich. I understand it's tough. You kind of have to duel the Lich because he'll just frost armor the dual target, but Nyx is just too powerful to leave alive, especially just standing in the center of the map like that. It makes it impossible for any Alliance heroes to truly commit, because 4 of them can't stop but doing damage to this Nyx assassin when he pops Carapace.
Here's that Roshan that you're talking about, so they make it happen as Vega once again getting caught out, just getting a bit too greedy, going for that bounty rune. He got it, but obviously comes at a cost. And Chaos Knight finishing the job there. Have our biggest lead of the game so far, 7,000 net worth lead, as well as the Aegis pickup on top of that. So right now, Gambit has to feel pretty good about how things have kind of adjusted, and it goes back to they just got their BKBs as well. So it feels like that timing they have made the best of. A Mjolnir finished on Juggernaut. That's an early Mjolnir.
It's super, super good against Ember Darks here because every tick of damage has a chance to proc Mjolnir, and those spells are constantly ticking.
Okay.
I believe like once per frame or once every other frame. So you're just going to be spamming Mjolnir procs, clearing out the Dark Seer
So it's almost
illusions.
like Blade Mail idea with the uncontrollable damage. Yeah, makes sense. Dahak, he'll go for that mid-tier too.
What happened? Man, I got to stop praising people because they just start to lose. And all of a sudden...
Start Flaming Alliance, go.
Yeah.
All right, maybe not do that, but... Kunkka, he's building an AC, so talk about these team items. Gambit, usually pretty good at that, and no different here, of course. And I mean, you mentioned you like the late game of Alliance, but man, I'm looking at those 3 cores on the Radiant side too, and it's a deadly tri-core.
Ooh, that's a dangerous item choice from Mickey. They're playing around pick off, reach, etc. And I don't know about that blink. It's you know what it is? It's really just for split pushing because he recognizes like we can't be winning team fights for quite some time. Let me just try and stay on map as much as possible, pull an ace from that last series, and just keep Gambit chasing me around the map instead of running on my high ground. But Aegis, DD bottled, you gotta be cautious here. I like this move. We've seen this. Didn't NIP just do this? You kill the 4 towers on the enemy side of the map, you kill Roche, and now you're like, all right, it's time. We'll go to the dead lane. We'll pick up 2 more towers full of gold, and perhaps we'll threaten high ground. We'll force them back to base. Then we'll back out to look to control the map and possibly look to win the game with the second Roche and a huge item time.
You make it sound so boring.
It's not boring. It's just like it's solved almost.
Yeah.
This is how you win the game as a good team.
That's Gambit's doing it well then. Immersion, he gets caught initially, but Afterlife goes to the follow-up. Quake gets pulled in. He's already at half-life. Wall trying to help him out. Wooldy just had a great impale stun coming out from Immersion, but it's not enough. Mickey gets hit by the spiked carapace, it looks like. The Sinister Skates over the ledge, gets pulled in with the Reality Rift. Can he get out? Yes, is the answer. Crimson Guard helping him mitigate some damage. Now he's in pursuit so far. Nyx Assassin, the only one dead. They still want to chase, but Mickey, he went too far. He goes down. He's out for 50. Insania could only do so much there with the Will-O-Wisp for to uses the Blinding Light, and that will be the only death at least. But yeah, Mickey just got over ambitious.
Really nice job though from Taiga. He already pulled his illusion and his wall, both illusions and his creep to the mid wave to ensure that there's no chance they could possibly threaten the tier 3, although that is already difficult to ask against a Coddle. I don't mind that engagement from Gambit, but wouldn't it have been better to do this bottom?
Oh, Foxy, speaking of being bottom, he's dead. They catch him, and they're just going to push the tier 2 bottom now. Yep. So they make their way there eventually.
You're not really in a rush. The Butterfly on Jug and the Heart on CK are just such incredibly strong items that they probably win you the game if you just wait for them. So you can continue to press your advantage, but you don't want to look to close the game unless you have a situation here where 2 or 3 were dead. 1 buyback, and not in a rush, but you can look to do something here.
I was going to say, those seem like those final tier items, if anything. But yeah, Afterlife maybe going in too deep. Gets hit by the Shackles. Chaos Bolt, but another Shackles coming out, having to pop his BKB. Meteor Hammer being laid down from Immersion, trying to get this tower killed to Hawk. Again, he still has the Aegis, so.
Yeah. And look for how many Mjolnir procs are going to start going off if they ion shell in range of him.
He's just tanking the tower for now. Crimson Guard, of course, helping with that, but they're definitely getting tier 3. May fall back. No, they want to go for more. They do want the racks. LC's up in 3 seconds. They got to figure they got to respect that, though.
And it's so hard to Coddle Blast here. You can see Immersion. He's ready to carapace that every time. If Insanity's ever showing when he gets stunned by that, it's a Dagon of damage hitting him to the face, and then super easy for anyone to just counteract or follow up, rather. Find that kill. And just good job. That's all you need. You just need the tier 3. Look for more maybe if you can get it, but be careful.
Is he being X'd back? I think, yeah, he was being X'd back right there on Juggernaut. So good team support, making use of that ability, of course.
It's a good job by Boxy. Nice awareness. He's got to be ready to combo break because anyone gets stunned for too long, they're just going to die to Dockside. Or the Hack.
The Hawk.
The Hawk.
Heartache. Spinning on top of that Rax at half-life. Mjolnir procs coming up, was done the heal ward. Mickey's like,
oh, Mickey!
Oh, Mickey! Is that worth it? I don't think so. However, the save with the Will-O-Wisp, the wall put down, so he'll be good. That was a risk to Hawk. Nope, he's going to pop the Omni Slash. He wants to bounce around. LC to get some good damage. Eventually, it wears off, though. Everyone's still alive for the time being. Immersion caught with a shackle. Mickey goes back in. Out comes a stun, but they get the kill. The winner chicken dinner for Mr. LC there.
So sick from Boxy there. He was the one that actually purged Mickey right away before any sort of follow-up stun or damage could come out.
That's how he got out. So
Yeah.
I was definitely fearing for his life there, but that makes sense.
He's on point. And you could see Gambit, I'm not sure if I agree with the amount of aggression. I like that they're playing to win the game, don't get me wrong. But I feel like you're already in such a strong position. You could just control the map. Get the second Roche, get the heart. You don't need to blink into base like that. And if you're going to, find the Coddle. He had bought back. If you kill Coddle, I'm all about it. Go end the game. But otherwise, you know, Mikke is a tough ask. And cool play from Immersion, though, to be there with the Carapace. He had blinked and killed the healing ward like a minute previously. This time Immersion's like, all right, I see you, I know what's up. And he's there to Carapace the Flame Guard and then go for the stun. But of course, Boxy quick on the draw saves his ally. But well played by both teams. You know, this is top 4 for a reason,
the
right?
mind games there coming out for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting interaction here. I'll get that on the second Immersion. He's scouting bottom lane at least. Here comes Juggernaut, and Boxy has no clue now. Taiga's nearby. He just used Surge, though. So even if he had it ready to go, probably wouldn't matter, but Boxy too much lockdown in. Oh, they catch up to Taiga, even that Surge wearing off, and now Afterlife, he wants him dead. Chaos Bolt is going to connect eventually. There's another Surge. Reality Rift also ready to go. Can he keep him close enough for the teammates to be there and deal some damage? It looks like, oh, vacuums him off to the cliff, and he's going to run Taiga. What a player, but the Blink Dagger back down, and eventually Darkseer will fall. So he made it look pretty, but wasn't getting away in the end.
Dude, huge items. AC on the Kunkka, Butterfly Jug, Heart CK. Now what, I ask you?
Well, level 20 just got by Chaos Knight. He goes to Reality Rift Piercing immunity, and we just saw BKB purchased by Shadow Fiend.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, timing there a bit awkward. But this tower, again, Crimson Guard put up the vacuum wall, doing what they can, Mikke, with that Remnant in top, and the Requiem going off as well, but the Omniside found them in the back, as it looks like Juggernaut have a Boxy. Oh, they did get Juggernaut, actually, and Boxy is still pursuing back here. The Will-O-Wisp locking down Afterlife, so they lose the melee racks, but they get 2 kills so far. LC did have to buy back. Mikke now, he wants to get more. FNG, Shackles miss. They're eventually going to get this kill, though, you figure. He's going for the TP play. Okay, the slight hits, though, and the Remnant to finish the job there. So
that was just a boss move by Taiga. He's like a gray man from Wheel of Time, just walks in casually, nobody notices, and all of a sudden, Vac Wall, Coddle ult on top, Mikke immediately remnants forward, kills the healing ward. Somehow Boxy finds the duel on Jug as he tried to escape. The Blade Mail, plus that huge itemization from the Jug. I know he's farmed, but if he catches that duel, he will die. I don't even think Afo Ninja was really there for the engagement, plus the BKB timing from Alliance. All of a sudden, Mikke's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
I thought he used the Omni Slash, but he actually didn't even end up using it. Tried to get away instead, and as you mentioned, the dual hit, and that's what we saw.
Second Roche is going to be everything, and it's going to be key. Who does Taiga get the Vac Wall on? Because an AC from the Kunkka is huge, and the Jug Illusion, you know, that's a lot of damage that you're stealing from him.
All right, now Ember Spirit, talk about again its own BKB. Mentioned the Chaos Knight talent there, but still, good item to have. He's going to go for the Shiva's follow-up. There's tons of physical damage trying to mitigate here. So, seems like it'd make for a good item pickup on him. Roshan is respawn now. So it's going to be of interest. It is a tier 2, so Chi's on top of him as well. Immersion continues out his scouting journey. Meteor Hammer is saw coming to play a couple times already. And it looks like he's going that Blink Dagger next. And no help up here, though. And
Mikke saw him thanks to the ward, I think. Or maybe, yeah, no, never mind. Just good spike, good awareness. He knows he can't push too heavily. Always afraid of the next carapacing him. Oh, found him.
Well, they got him here. And the Troll's going to be stunned up as well. Thanks to Spike Carapace. He pops Vendetta yet again, though. The Remnant forward, and another auto attack takes him out. There's that sentry there. So they have the vision, the ship connects, but not in time.
And it doesn't feel like Alliance, even though they're 11K down, just has the momentum.
It does, yeah.
Like you're still in a fine place if you're Gambit.
Yeah.
But bounty runes are about to spawn. Roche has just spawned. All the big objectives are on the fields, and you're the ones down a player heading back to your own tier 2 as Alliance look to make moves on the map. Like this, you got to be feeling good. What's the status of Coddle and his refresher? Wow, BKB on Boxy? Like you have 3 BKBs on Alliance now. It took you about 10-15 minutes longer, but you know, now that the triple cores all have that BKB mechanic on either side, Alliances are 10, 9 seconds, and they're feeling good. I love the smoke timing as well. Nighttime about to hit. Roche is up. Runes in 10. Let's make something happen as SF shows top. They scan them out. They know they're there.
Yeah, I don't know about momentum, but definitely a lot closer than it suggests. And here we go.
God.
Sentry's put down. Immersion going to be caught. The duel up. The damage will be enough, so the quick kill. They were not ready to respond in time. Chain Frost is starting to bounce around the back line, so Boxy press the attack is not going to save him, though. That Omni Slash doing so much damage. Koikva got caught a little too far up himself. The others get away.
So they messed up there. So Nyx, yeah, he seems like a valuable target, but you all have BKBs. He's no longer the guy you've got to go for. You saw 3. They placed the ward. They did all the little things right, but they did it in typical Alliance fashion. They jumped
too quick.
They jumped the guy like that sort of presents himself. Like, oh shit, get him. Whereas if they coddle all back wall on top of the Kunkka +2, maybe you don't win that fight, but you've got a hell of a lot better chances than what went down because you just gave CK a free blink in post Phantasm. He immediately kills Koifa, and you kill the target that actually does 0 damage to your side. It's annoying, but the BKBs remove Nyx's value in these team fights.
And now the Roshan follow-up with ease. A heart just purchased by Chaos Knight. So suddenly this off-lane CK is all of a sudden one of the most dangerous cores in the game.
And
with that pickup.
Daedalus as well. Like, you're ready to rock and roll.
They're just going to push in 15,000 net worthly now. Gambit, their biggest lead of the game at 36 minutes in. They're going to go for the mid-tier 3. Remember, the range tracks is still bottom. Not the melee earlier.
Dude, Mickey's so sick.
He loves that ward.
He makes plays that are actually pretty difficult, and he just makes them look easy. The wall gets it. Nice job, Alliance, but you're going to need a little bit more than that if you want to take this game. Mickey?
Tekcac doing what he can to slow them down. Make it though. Did get jump. Will-O-Wisp again there to try to save him. However, the stun, it was in between. He's still locked down. Finally gets the Remnant off. That was close.
Not both big ults down, however.
And not much out of it, so other than saving the Ember Spear, which is important, of course, but as far as the offensively, it's ain't going to be easy to get some kills now.
I think you wait now, heal up. You're going to have your Phantasm up before the Coddle ult, and I feel like that's enough of an advantage to ensure you win this engagement. So just kill a Shrine, hang out, catch your breath for a moment, think about how you're going to win this engagement, who's got buyback, who doesn't, how do you want to initiate. I'd argue you just poke, you get an immersion stun on somebody, you just look to make moves.
Shackles, he's right there. Smoke came out. F9, he's the one that's dueled up a Boxy. He's going to be giving up damage at this rate. He may not die in time, but he's definitely dying after the fact. Anyways, he's out for 80 seconds, and here's that huge opening now for Gambit to go cutthroat. Mickey slowing down the Chaos Bolt on top of the Requiem from a distance, mitigating some damage, but it's not nearly enough. He gets taken out. They lost the Coddle. They're going to lose Shadow Fiend. Something tells me we could be seeing the GGs here any second.
They're just going for it.
There's a buyback on Shadow Fiend Ember as well, so as you said, might as well try. They're going for tier 4 though, and what are they going to do to stop this? No Coddle, no LC, no really way of initiating now. There's no vacuum wall. Basically all they can do is sit here and watch and enjoy the show. That is their Ancient being destroyed. Meteor Hammer on top of that. It'll be official. They're going to finish the old-fashioned way as they take out the Ancient. So game 1 goes to Gambit. Pretty solid victory, honestly, throughout.